California rental crash and California massive rental crash are shaking the entire California housing market 2025. Experts warn that the ongoing California rent crisis could soon evolve into a full-scale California housing crash and even a broader California real estate crash. Once the hottest California rental market, the Golden State is now facing what many call a California rental market collapse. With California rental prices down, California rent drop 2025, and California apartment vacancies soaring across major regions. For years, California's rental scene seemed unstoppable. Prices kept climbing, demand overwhelmed supply, and tenants battled for apartments like lottery winners. But in 2025, the roles have reversed, and landlords are now the ones struggling. Across multiple California cities losing renters, empty units are multiplying as the California housing slowdown deepens. Rising construction, slowed migration, and high living expenses have fueled a California real estate downturn that's hard to ignore. Reports from Zillow and Redfin reveal that statewide rents have fallen by an average of 6%, with some cities suffering double-digit drops. Luxury apartments that once demanded record prices now sit vacant for months, forcing landlords into steep California rent reduction strategies, offering free rent, incentives, and drastic cuts. This marks a dramatic shift for cities once known for unaffordability. Today on Nest Abroad, we reveal the top 10 California cities where the California rental market is crashing fastest and uncover the real causes behind this rapid transformation. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Each week, we share data-driven stories about America's housing transformations, where real numbers meet real lives. Let's get started. Number 10. Long Beach, the coastal city caught in California's rental crash. Long Beach, once Los Angeles County's quiet success story, now finds itself at the center of the California rental crash and the deepening California rent crisis. For years, this coastal city offered ocean views and affordability compared to Malibu or Santa Monica. But in 2025, the shift is undeniable. Vacancy rates have soared to nearly 10%, the highest since the Great Recession, signaling a sharp California housing market 2025 slowdown. Median rents have tumbled from $2,750 in 2023 to around $2,400, marking a clear California rent drop 2025. Downtown luxury high-rises are slashing prices, offering 2 months free rent and zero deposits just to attract tenants. During the pandemic boom, developers flooded the skyline with cranes, betting that coastal demand would never fade. But as hybrid work ends and employees return to offices, many renters have left, some moving closer to job hubs in LA, others leaving the state entirely. Soaring insurance premiums, climbing utilities, and strict rent control rules have pushed small landlords to exit, worsening the imbalance between luxury vacancies and affordable housing. Once vibrant areas like Belmont Shore and Bixby Knolls now display lingering for rent banners, while Ocean Boulevard storefronts turn over faster than ever. Long Beach, once the stable bridge between Los Angeles and Orange County, now stands as another symbol of the California real estate downturn. Proof that even the coast isn't safe from the state's massive rental crash. Number 9. Oakland, the Bay Area epicenter of California's rental collapse. Once the Bay Area's working-class stronghold, Oakland is now at the forefront of the California rental crash and the broader California housing market 2025 slowdown. Long known for its diversity, resilience, and cultural energy, the city is experiencing one of the steepest California rent drops 2025. With vacancy rates above 10.5% and average rents down 11% year over year. During the pandemic, Oakland thrived as remote workers and San Francisco transplants filled downtown towers. But after the tech layoffs of 2023, that surge reversed. Thousands of renters left the region, hybrid work reduced office occupancy, and rising crime concerns fueled further migration. The result? A growing California rental market collapse across the East Bay. Luxury apartments once filled with commuters now sit half-empty, offering free rent, waived deposits, and incentives like parking or gym memberships. Even longtime tenants are renegotiating leases, reclaiming leverage after years of relentless rent hikes. Meanwhile, small property owners face mounting insurance costs, higher taxes, and thinning profit margins, forcing many to sell at losses. Beyond economics, Oakland's downturn is deeply psychological. A California real estate downturn marked by fading confidence and community unease. Downtown's once vibrant nightlife has dimmed, restaurants struggle, and empty storefronts echo the slowdown. The city's heart still beats, but quieter than before. Oakland's story is proof that even the Bay Area's most resilient communities aren't immune to the California rent crisis and the state's ongoing massive rental crash. Number 8. Santa Clarita. The surprising start of California's rental cooldown. Once a model of suburban success in Southern California, Santa Clarita is now showing clear signs of the California rental crash. Once prized for clean streets, top-rated schools, and family-friendly neighborhoods, this city north of Los Angeles is facing a sharp California rent drop 2025. Vacancy rates have surged to nearly 8%, marking the city's highest level in a decade. The median rent for a two-bedroom apartment has fallen from $2,900 to around $2,250, confirming the growing California rental market slowdown. Developers built aggressively during the pandemic boom, betting that the migration from Los Angeles would never stop. Now, new luxury complexes in Valencia and Canyon Country sit half-empty, their "now leasing" banners fading under the relentless California sun. As remote work declines and office commutes return, many renters have left for cheaper inland cities or out-of-state moves. Utility and insurance costs have risen sharply, while long commutes drain both time and money, fueling a broader California real estate downturn. For the first time in years, renters hold the advantage. Landlords are offering free rent, flexible leases, and deep California rent reductions just to stay competitive. Santa Clarita hasn't lost its beauty, but its housing math no longer adds up. To see where the California housing market 2025 is really cracking, subscribe. Nest Abroad goes beyond headlines to uncover the truth behind California's massive rental crash. Number 7. Sacramento, California's capital, faces a harsh rental reality. Once a refuge for renters escaping the Bay Area, Sacramento now sits at the heart of the California rental crash and the growing California rent crisis. Between 2020 and 2022, remote workers flooded the capital, sending rents up nearly 40% in just 3 years. Developers raced to meet demand, turning downtown into a construction zone of cranes and luxury towers. But in 2025, the California housing market slowdown has hit hard. Vacancy rates have surged to 9.2%, and average rents are down 7% year over year, marking a major California rent drop 2025. What was once a booming migration hub is now one of the most oversupplied California rental markets. Billions were poured into upscale apartment complexes near the Capitol and along R Street, but demand evaporated as quickly as it came. Bay Area transplants have returned to offices or relocated to cheaper metros like Boise and Austin. Now, once exclusive midtown lofts sit vacant for months. Landlords are offering 60 days free rent, bonuses, and flexible leases. Unheard of just a few years ago. Meanwhile, rising utilities, taxes, and inflation are squeezing local families. Sacramento, once the model of affordability and growth, now stands as a powerful warning for the California housing market 2025. Number 6. San Francisco, the heart of California's massive rental crash. No city captures the extremes of the California housing market 2025 quite like San Francisco. Once the symbol of innovation and wealth, the city now leads the California rental crash and the deepening California rent crisis. Vacancy rates have soared past 11%, levels unthinkable a decade ago. And median one-bedroom rents have fallen from $3,750 to $3,200, marking one of the steepest California rent drops 2025 statewide. Downtown, the once vibrant tech hub feels hollowed out. Remote work gutted the daily workforce, while tech layoffs erased tens of thousands of high-income renters. At the same time, office-to-residential conversions flooded the market, triggering a California rental market collapse few expected. Districts from Soma to Civic Center tell the same story. Luxury towers glowing half-empty at night, offering incentives and deep rent cuts just to stay occupied. Even iconic buildings like NEMA and 181 Fremont, once reserved for Silicon Valley's elite, now advertise move-in deals that would have been unthinkable 5 years ago. The city's downturn is more than financial, it's emotional. San Francisco's relentless optimism has given way to hesitation, uncertainty, and reflection amid a broader California real estate downturn. Yet beneath the slowdown lies opportunity. For the first time in years, middle-income renters can afford neighborhoods once out of reach. Hayes Valley, Mission Bay, even parts of Soma. San Francisco isn't dying, it's evolving. After hitting bottom, the boomtown is searching for its next act. And perhaps, its reinvention. Number 5. San Jose. When Silicon Valley joins the California rental crash. For years, San Jose was untouchable. The crown jewel of Silicon Valley, where innovation met sky-high rents and endless demand. But in 2025, even the tech capital of the world has joined the California rental crash and the deepening California rent crisis. Median rent in San Jose has plunged 12% year over year, while vacancy rates have surged above 10%, levels unseen in more than 2 decades and signaling a dramatic California rent drop 2025. Once a market fueled by billion-dollar startups and venture optimism, San Jose now mirrors the broader California housing market 2025 slowdown. Massive tech layoffs at Google, Meta, and PayPal have emptied thousands of high-income units. Remote work, once a perk, has freed employees from the Bay Area's crushing costs, while younger professionals head to cheaper tech hubs like Austin, Denver, and Salt Lake City. Downtown's gleaming towers built during the 2017 to 2021 boom now stand half-empty. Luxury complexes in Santa Clara and Cupertino are quietly slashing rents by $400 to $700 a month. Even once elite suburbs like Mountain View and Sunnyvale show rows of "for rent" signs, a stunning reversal within the California real estate downturn. For renters, it's long-awaited relief. Engineers and families who once paid $4,000 for modest apartments are finally regaining leverage. San Jose's story isn't just economic, it's symbolic. The region that built the digital future now faces a California rental market collapse, a humbling reminder that even innovation must obey gravity. Number 4. Los Angeles, when the City of Angels meets the California rental crash. For decades, Los Angeles seemed untouchable, powered by entertainment, tech, and culture that kept demand endlessly high. But in 2025, even the City of Angels is caught in the California rental crash and the deepening California rent crisis. Across LA County, rental prices have fallen nearly 8% year over year. The sharpest California rent drop 2025 since the 2009 recession. Vacancy rates now top 7%, with some neighborhoods reporting double that. From downtown to the once unshakable West Side, listings linger longer. Studios that once rented for $3,500 now sit vacant at $2,800, often with free months or waived deposits. The California housing market 2025 slowdown is fueled by massive outmigration. More than 200,000 residents have left since 2020, chasing affordability in Nevada, Arizona, and Texas. Developers, convinced LA's magnetism would never fade, overbuilt towers in Koreatown, Hollywood, and Culver City. Now those high-rises are half full, their leasing banners fading under the sun. Even mid-tier areas like North Hollywood and Echo Park show signs of a California rental market collapse. For renters, leverage has finally returned. Landlords are offering incentives, discounts, and flexible leases just to compete. But for property owners, this California real estate downturn feels like a harsh awakening. The palm trees and sunsets remain, but the numbers don't lie. Los Angeles, once the rent capital of the West Coast, is finally coming back to earth amid California's massive rental crash. Number 3. San Diego. When paradise feels the California rental crash. For years, San Diego symbolized California's coastal dream. Golden beaches, sunshine, and endless housing demand. But in 2025, Even paradise is part of the California rental crash and the widening California rent crisis. Across San Diego County, rents have fallen 7% over the past year, while vacancy rates have climbed past 8%, the highest since 2010, signaling a clear California housing market 2025 slowdown. Neighborhoods once red-hot, like Pacific Beach, Little Italy, and Hillcrest, are cooling fast. Developers spent years building luxury apartments for high-income tenants in biotech and defense, but inflation, rising interest rates, and shrinking budgets have drained demand. Sleek coastal towers that once leased overnight now offer free rent, credits, and bonuses, a hallmark of the growing California rental market collapse. Affordability is the real issue. With some of the state's highest electricity and insurance costs, even well-paid professionals are downsizing or relocating inland to cities like Riverside, Temecula, and Murrieta. Leasing offices once crowded with eager renters now stand quiet, and landlords are negotiating for the first time in years. Homeowners are uneasy too. Falling rents are slowing appreciation and reshaping San Diego's economic outlook. It's not a collapse, but a California real estate downturn, a long overdue market reset. After a decade of relentless growth, San Diego's returning to reality. For the full story behind California's massive rental crash, subscribe. Nest Abroad reveals what happens when even paradise meets the market's reckoning. Number 2. Riverside. The Inland Empire's unexpected role in California's rental crash. For years, Riverside stood as California's beacon of affordability, a refuge for families priced out of the coast. But in 2025, even this Inland Empire stronghold has been pulled into the California rental crash and the widening California rent crisis. Vacancy rates have surged to 9.4%, and average rents are down nearly 10% year over year, a stunning California rent drop 2025 for a region once known as the state's affordability firewall. Apartment complexes that were packed just 2 years ago now flash "now leasing" signs over empty parking lots. Developers, once racing to meet pandemic-era migration, are advertising discounts and incentives across billboards and social media. The California housing market 2025 slowdown is hitting hard, fueled by overbuilding and misplaced confidence that remote work would make Riverside a permanent destination for Los Angeles transplants. Instead, population growth has stalled, remote jobs have faded, and many renters have left California altogether. Even locals are feeling the strain. Rising utility bills, higher insurance costs, and a weakening logistics sector have eroded household budgets. Amazon's cutbacks alone erased thousands of jobs, rippling through the California real estate downturn. Today, landlords are offering waived fees, free parking, and flexible leases to fill units, yet vacancies remain high. Riverside, once the symbol of attainable living, now faces its own paradox: housing that's cheaper on paper but out of reach in practice. The Inland Empire's stability has cracked, proving even resilience can falter amid California's massive rental market collapse. Number 1. Bakersfield. The final proof of California's massive rental crash. At the top of our list, and perhaps the most unexpected, stands Bakersfield, California's working-class anchor and longtime symbol of affordability. But in 2025, even this inland refuge has become ground zero for the California rental crash and the deepening California rent crisis. Vacancy rates have surged past 12%, the highest in the state, while rents have fallen 13% year over year. A stunning California rent drop 2025 in what was once the state's most stable market. During the pandemic boom, developers rushed to build thousands of new units, convinced migration from Los Angeles and Fresno would never slow. But as the economy cooled and population growth flatlined, that optimism collapsed. Today, new complexes sit half-empty on the city's outskirts, offering 2 months free rent and no deposit deals. Classic signs of a California rental market collapse. Job losses have deepened the pain. Agriculture, logistics, and oil, Bakersfield's economic lifelines, have all weakened under droughts, automation, and global slowdowns. Shopping centers are quieter, and "for rent" signs now line streets once full of families. Property owners who bought at the peak are underwater, facing the harsh realities of the California real estate downturn. Yet beneath the hardship lies a reset. As excess supply clears, Bakersfield's housing is finally becoming affordable again for working families. Still, the message is clear. If even Bakersfield struggles, California's housing market 2025 correction isn't coming. It's already here. It's already here. California's massive rental crash is reshaping the future. From Fresno to San Jose, from Los Angeles to Bakersfield, the California housing market 2025 is rewriting the rules of who can live, build, and thrive in the Golden State. Tenants finally have leverage, landlords are recalculating, and cities are learning that endless demand was never guaranteed. But what does this transformation mean for the rest of America? Could your city be next? If you want to understand where the housing story truly breaks and begins again, subscribe to Nest Abroad, hit like, and turn on the bell so you never miss a daily deep dive. See you tomorrow, same time, same place, where we follow the numbers, uncover the truth, and explore where the rent's falling fastest.